This portion of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited, fueling growth for people.
It was earlier this month when Transport and Aviation Minister Glenys Hannah Martin announced the opening of the new multi-million-dollar airport in Marsh Harbor, Abaco would be delayed due to various challenges. At that point, the minister did not say how long that delay would last. But Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, reporting this weekend that the airport won't open before June. And he too is blaming the nearly 6-month delay on deficiencies in the initial design.
A lot of the components of an international airport were not taken into account in the original design, and if we cannot open it as is, otherwise it will not meet the standards to become an international airport. Those designs are just about complete, and hence that airport now will be delayed in its opening for another 3 to 4 months. But we will, like I said to someone, whatever there is to be fixed, we will fix it.
Now, another major issue Abaco residents have been facing over the past few years is an increasing number of potholes, particularly on the main highway in Marsh Harbor. Residents say the potholes seem to have multiplied greatly over the last few years, and they've made many appeals to government to have the roads fixed. Well, the Deputy Prime Minister says government is now making good on that promise.
The roads of Marsh Harbor and the settlements of Dundas and Murphytown will be started very shortly. Cabinet just approved the money for it. We had to dig deep for that because there ain't nothing left. And But the Prime Minister, who is the Minister of Finance, said, well, we got to scrape the barrel and we'll do that.
The faces of dozens of Abaco kids lit up this weekend as Santa came early. It was Bahamas Striping President Atario Mitchell who came bearing gifts, 100 toys to be exact. The company's donation came during the official launch of Urban Renewal 2.0 in Abaco this past Friday. Bahamas Striping has been supporting Urban Renewal's cause since the government launched its revamped crime-fighting initiative back in May.
What is happening here is the conclusion of my company's $9,000 gift to Urban Renewal. Once we heard that Urban Renewal 2.0 was moving to Abaco, my company made a commitment to actually donate 100 toys along with 50 hams to Urban Renewal.
Mitchell, who is actually a native of Murphytown, Abaco, talks about his accomplishments over the last year and calls it a blessing to be able to give back to his community.
I always had high hopes for myself. I always thought that I would be somewhere in life, and it just makes me proud to be able to come back home and make such a good gesture.
Junkanoo officials say this year's Boxing Day parade will be like none other for a number of reasons. Take, for instance, for the first time in Junkanoo history, officials will introduce a new electronic scoring system with the use of smartphones. It's all a part of an effort to modernize the judging process and eliminate lengthy tallying. JCNP Chairman Silbert Ferguson explains just how it will work.
I think this is going to be a great innovation for the JCNP. What it does, it gives us real-time scoring. The tally room is going to be set up in such a way that all of the group observers in the room will have the opportunity of seeing the scores come in real time. Now, at the same time the scores are being used, the smartphones, we are also using the manual system. So whatever score a judge put on the score sheet, it will be put into the phone. Once that score sheet goes to the tally room, they will then match the manual sheet with the smartphone score to make sure that they are in sync.
Now, the judges will put in scores using the Samsung Android technology. Earlier today, the judges participated in a test run. And as for Junkanoo tickets, Mr. Ferguson says it's still not too late to purchase your tickets for those prime seats thanks to some delinquencies.
The ticket that we have issues with are the credit cards that have declined. and we have given those customers an opportunity to come and claim those orders. What has happened since last week Tuesday, we have had so many of those in the system that we made the recommendation that we will start to cancel some of those orders to allow the walk-up public to still be able to purchase some of those very, very, very great seats in Rawson Square and at Scotiabank.
How many tickets would you say are available?
Yesterday we put 300 Rawson Square tickets back online, and as we closed yesterday at 6, there was only about 60 of them left from that particular order.
Now you can purchase tickets at the Kendall Jill Isaacs Gymnasium up until tomorrow, following which time tickets can be purchased from Festival Place. As we continue our Junkanoo series this evening, we hear from the Saxon superstars. They say bursting out the gates first is not a threat at all. Here's Julian Gibson.
The Shell Saxon Superstars will be the first A group to come out on Bay Street. Number one is always a tough position for many groups. But according to the top brass of the group, bring it on. They say they are ready.
If you remember, Julian, last New Year's was one of the best run parade. We were first and we were ready, and that was a New Year's, and this is Boxing Day. I see no reasons why we should not be ready with the time we've had this year. This is one of our earliest starts ever. We had a great team in a sense of work ethic, and this year we have really executed, and we are ready for both mornings.
We're coming with all our ammunition. I want everybody to be ready and prepared, because the Saxons ain't playing. We ain't taking no prisoners.
We're anticipating coming out there and being the first group out of 3 groups portraying the same theme. We're going to come out there and set the benchmark and give them something to go after.
We like bone crushers, you know what I'm saying? We ain't never scared. People them talking about fights to be frightened. Man, we ready. We ain't never scared.
Wally coming out with a similar theme, Roots coming out with a similar theme. What will make Saxon's theme better than those two?
Well, I think the angle that we took, right, in regard to this particular concept, it'll be far different from that of the Wally and that of the Roots. And so I think we have an edge in the sense of, I'm happy that we had actually had the time to kind of play with it, beat it around a little bit, discard some stuff, and then be able to put it in perspective. And I think that we have the better theme, and you will definitely see a difference between the Valley Boys and Roots.
And what message they have for one family and the rest of the competition?
I can't blame them for having hard mode. We teach them that. So they have hard mode, but at the end of the day, you must back up your mouth. That's what we did last Christmas. They had hard mode. We back up our mouth. We show the children they are children. Simple as that. And we are still their parents. No doubt. The Valley Boys is our friends. No doubt about it. We have friends there. We love them. We love one thing, Junkanoo. But at the end of the day, we pull for the Valley Boys to always come second.
Reporting for the ZNS News Network, I am Julian Gibson.
Well, that does it for this segment of the news. Don't go away. Jonathan Benson is up next with sports.